Welcome to Geek Out Fridays. I'm your host, Damon Nelson. I'm joined by my partner, Wayne Atkinson. Wayne, give us a shout out.
Hi, everyone. Glad you're on the call.
We've got a lot of neat things to show you today, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. It seems like we got our good audio test, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to try to get this within an hour. I've got a lot of things to show you, and I think I'll get you really excited about it. And questions may take it over an hour. So let's go ahead and get started then. Today, what we're going to talk about is topical authority. And this is a new tool, a new feature inside of Zim Rider. He came out with it this month. We have been playing with it. This is one of the, what I've told everybody, this is one of the holy grails of autoblogging is one keyword, 1,000 articles. So he's got it for us. Now, there's a few things on there before you go out and generate that 1,000 articles. And let's just talk about them real quick. So Zimmwriter, they can help you generate thousands of title prompts in just one keyword. We've been working with Matt kind of on the outline focus for the last 3 months, and we've kind of got it dialed in as far as keywords and categories and how we actually structure the outline focus. The way he came out with the topical authority, it's a little bit different on the outline focus. So you can choose kind of how you want to do it. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. It is a great way to come up with ideas. So if you just want to get some topical ideas, you certainly can use this. You don't even have to generate titles and title prompts. But before you run out and start generating all these articles, there's 3 things I want to show you. The 3 things are redundancy, sort order, and input limits. And maybe I have these in the wrong order, but I'm going to start with redundancy because on large data sets, same post types with the same long tail keywords with the same type of article post. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. You can get some similar titles and outline focus features. So part of the redundancy is if you're going to build a large data set is you may have to manually go through and just because the outline focus is identical and you hit slightly change the title, you're going to get very similar articles that are stacked right on top of each other. Okay. Easy way to do it in Excel, and we'll talk about it, is just delete the row. Okay. Some titles go outside the scope of the content, meaning they go what we call AI fluffy zone, is they're using words, or they may even use words that don't really have a relevance in the title, and it changes the scope of what the title is talking about. So it's not talking about your broad concept of cooking. It could be talking about health and fitness. Similar, but it is outside the broad concept that you're trying to seek. So these are just some things to keep in mind. Sort order. In fact, let's do this. Let me just go ahead and go into the different sections here. We'll talk about redundancy. The best way to solve redundancy is rewrite the outline focus. Okay, you can keep the title or you can rewrite the title, and we got ways to do that real easily. But in Excel, you basically select the row and then select the title to rewrite, edit it, and then copy the title over to the merged field, and then you'll have to edit the merged field by pasting in the title and then altering the focus prompt. Sounds like a lot of work. It's not hard to do. It's just very time consuming if you do it manually inside of Excel. We're going to be showing you a tool called Keyword Masher. Now, if you already have Keyword Masher, you just got a bonus. We've added a topical authority inside Keyword Masher to do this rewriting for you automatically with your OpenAI. And we've got several different options on how you can do it. It's basically select the rows, hit the rewrite button, and we'll do it all for you. Okay. So we're going to be talking a little bit about our Keyword Masher tool and how we use it with topical authority. So this is redundancy. The next thing is if you've done 800 or 1,000 articles, they are sorted by broad concept, topic, and then long tail keyword. And all of them are identical in the stacking order. And I'll show you an example. Let's see if I can bring that over here. Okay. I just did one on e-bikes. I've got a cycling blog that we're doing. And this is the actual CSV. I've just uploaded it. Wayne, can y'all see this schedule or this spreadsheet?
Yep.
Okay. Format, autofit column width. Okay. So here's our broad concept, e-bikes. Here's our topical cluster is e-bike motor types, battery and charging, e-bike safety, maintenance, legislation. Okay. And then next comes our long tail keyword. Okay. Best type of e-bike motors for climbing. They're all based off this topical cluster and the broad concept. You can kind of see they're very similar right here. And then when you get all the way over here to blog post title, 12 top e-bike motors for optimal climbing, six best e-bike motors, top 10 e-bike motors for optimal hill climbing. Very similar titles. Here is the blog type this is a tips post, the best of post, and listicle post. So to create this inside Topical Authority, it used all this information going across. But if you post them in this order, you're going to have 3 articles exactly. Well, they're not going to be exactly alike, but they're going to be about the same exact topic. And if you're posting these in order on a category, they're going to be clumped together. So it's going to be about e-bike motors, hill climbing. Then you drop down here and it's going to be about different motor e-bike brands, but they'll be clustered around the long tail keyword. So the way to get around this is to sort it. Do a random sort. And just I'll show you the quick tip on Excel is put in a function called, and it's equal rand. Okay. And it just puts a random number in there. And then you want to copy it all the way down to here. Okay. Now, this is after you've done your edits, and now you're ready to sort in Excel. And then you can just come over here and go copy it all, go up to data, hit sort. I hope you got it right. And it's going to be sorted by first column. I don't have the headers in there. Sort by column A. Okay. So now we've got all these topical clusters randomized and the long tail keywords randomized, and then the title. So we'll have one about e-bike solution, urban air pollution. This is about affordable e-bike brands. This is about key environmental benefits of bikes. So as you're posting these, having them in a random sort order is going to give you variety inside of your blog post. Okay. But you don't want to sort it until you've got everything figured out on what you want to do, the titles, if you want to rewrite titles, if you want to rewrite the merge field. But this is the spreadsheet method, okay? So I'm just going to delete that. And now I'm back to the original article, and let's just go ahead and save it, and then I'll hop out, okay? Now, we have a click shuffle button inside Keyword Masher, and I'll show you. It's just, you hit a button, and it does it all for you. Okay. The final thing you need to take into account, and I didn't really realize this until I started trying to use 800 articles. I just wrote about healthy living. I did my topical authority, put it in Keyword Masher, tweaked it a little bit, sent all 800 title prompts up to bulk writer. Well, we have 1,000 title limit, so I'm okay on that. But it's 70,000 character limit. So this is what got me. So I went into the spreadsheet and just did an average. I did a character length of the merged field that I was trying to use, the title prompt, and it comes out to an average of 250 characters straight from Zim Rider. Okay. Take 250, divide it into 70,000, that's 280 articles per input. So when I first put in those 800 articles, I wasn't thinking about the character limit. And it came back and said, okay, we can only do 271. You've gone over your character limit. Okay, 271 is great. Go ahead and hit execute. Okay, so 2 days. Well, I started on Friday, come back in on Monday morning, and I go, "Oh, well, okay, 271. Now I got to figure out where I stopped, exactly where I stopped. And then I've got to start, getting the next set of title prompts to run through. So to run all 800 through, it's not trouble. It doesn't, it's not frictionless. You have to count down rows, and then you have to count the number of rows you're going to be including. So a safe bet is you could do without doing any edits, you could probably do 250 articles without any problem at all. So if you have 1,000 articles or 1,000 title prompts, do 4 groups of 250 each. Okay. So just a little thinking you have to do here. And I just have a notepad. I wrote down what row I stopped on so I know what row to start back on. And then I had to count down 270 is what I did to get the next group in there. Okay. So think about that. So this is how you do it in Excel. In Keyword Master, you select the pages. We have up to 100 per page. So you could select, 2 pages of 200, and then we'll copy them all in one with a single copy button, and then you post it into BulkWriter. We've made, using Topical Authority, we streamlined it out of the spreadsheet. So think in terms of, you can do everything we're going to show you today on Keyword Master inside your spreadsheet, but it's going to take you a lot of time. And it is going to take a little notepad on the side to kind of keep track of everything. And you're going to have to sort the order. And we can do all that in about maybe 3 clicks worth of work. Okay. So these are the things to keep in mind. So let me show you what I'm talking about as far as Keyword Master goes. And just to give me an idea of, because we got a lot of people on the call today, let me know if you either have Keyword Master or you don't have Keyword Master. So a yes for I have it, no for I don't have it. Okay, I see a lot of yeses, a few no's. Okay. Now, if you don't have Keyword Master and you have AI Master is the complete suite of AI tools that we will be selling in November. If you got in on the beta order, you got Keyword Master at no cost. Okay, cool. Now, I'm in Keyword Master. I'm just going to bring that screen down here, and I'm going to bring up Keyword Master. This is our new tool right here, Topical Authority. We call it the Zim Rider Topical Authority Enhancer. Okay. Now, how do you get stuff in there? I did one on e-bikes. So I'm going to add that spreadsheet in here. E-bikes. It's a CSV. Now, we default this to on. And we do this on purpose because then we can get rid of those rows at the top that are telling you the cost and the headings. We don't need that. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my Zim Rider output, choose e-bikes, and hit open. That didn't work. Let's try that again.
Didn't go in the box.
I hit the cancel button, I think. Okay. Now we've got on e-bikes, I think I did 90 e-bikes, and they're all in order. So we have the main concept is e-bikes, the topical cluster, environmental impact, e-bike brands and models. So I think I had already sorted it, but yeah, I did sort it and then save it. Okay, so this one's pre-sorted right here. Okay, now let's take a look at what we have imported. We have the outline focus. We imported all this, and then this is the outline focus, and this is the merged field. So this is what we consider the title prompt. This is what's going to go into Zim Rider's BulkWriter. It has the title. It has the category that it made up inside of Topical Authority. and it has the outline focus. And here's the way that the context for the numeric list is e-bikes, impact on urban air pollution. For the topic of environmental impact in the context of e-bikes. So your OpenAI account is going to interpret this inside of Zim Rider. Okay, that's good. It's a way of doing it. Is it the best way? Sometimes it may be, sometimes it may not be. What we like to send over is we like to send over keywords and category topics. Okay, so we want to rewrite this outline focus, and maybe we want to rewrite the blog post titles. So instead of doing all of them at once, which you could do by clicking up here, and it's going to select everything on this page here. Now, if I had 900 items, I would, and I've got it set to 100 rows, so it would be 9 pages, basically. Okay, so I've got 90 items selected. I can come down here and choose, I'm going to rewrite the title and do the outline focus. But I'm not going to do all of them right now because it would take probably about 5 to 10 minutes. So we're just going to do the first couple of them, first few. Okay. So if you'll notice the status, these are the original. And I'm going to come down here and we're going to use GPT-4. Doesn't cost hardly anything with either 3.5 or 4 because we're only making one single call up. Okay. Temperature. This is the creativity temperature. This is the normal default is 0.7. You can be less creative if you go lower. You can be a lot more creative, and sometimes it gets out of scope when you go up to this. It hallucinates, I would say. Okay. Avoid common AI words. Now, if you've been following me on Zim Rider or you've been following me inside of AI Master, you know we have a list of common AI words and we're adding to it all the time. Okay. Now, here's the title. We're going to rewrite the title. And we got 2 different models here. You could do it from a style of a copywriter, or you could do a short and simple SEO headline. Okay. Focused on ranking on SERPs. Which is better? It's your call. You could do either way. Now, you can mix and match if you want. You could do the first 3 that we showed you. We'll do in the SEO style. So we'll do that. And we just give you some suggestions. You can put in whoever you want in here. I'm going to put in here Brian Dean. He knows a thing or two about SEO and online marketing. Okay. Now, right now we have just this one, and this is a very powerful prompt here. It's going to rewrite the outline focus with keywords and subheadings. Now, if you don't want to rewrite the outline, just select none, this blank right here. Okay. So this allows you to just rewrite the title, and this would allow you to rewrite the outline focus at the same time. So I'm going to hit execute selected rows. Okay. Update successful. Come back up here, and I have to turn it on. Okay. So it says waiting, and you can hit the refresh. It's pretty fast processing. Wayne, any questions up to this point?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now, once it's completed, it is going to say enhanced. So let's take a look at what we had, the before and after. That was the original title, E-Bikes, a Solution to Urban Air Pollution. Using our SEO title rewrite, simple, how e-bikes are reducing air pollution in urban areas, a comprehensive study. Okay. I think this is a little bit better. It may not be just, you could toss a coin to see which one's better. But sometimes this goes out in left field and we'll bring it back and have a really good title back in here. It's not really influenced that much on that original title. Okay, this is the new outline focus. If you're looking here, we got e-bikes impact for the topic of using these keywords. So we're putting in keywords that we're finding in OpenAI that are related terms, topical keywords, urban air pollution, environmental impact, carbon emissions. So we want to include these words in the article itself. And then we come down here and we want to use subheadings of understanding urban air pollution, rise of e-bikes, how e-bikes reduce carbon. So it's kind of telling a story all the way through here with subheadings, case studies, and e-bike adoption impact in the context of e-bikes. So this is what the new outline focus, here's what the old outline focus was. So you're letting OpenAI interpret this, or we interpret it through a very smart prompt here to give you subheadings to send into Bulk Rider. We feel like this gives us better output on the testing that we've done for the last week. Okay. This is how Keyword Masher was built, is building these outline focus prompts. So we're giving you the best of the outline focus prompt with a title rewriter, and we're merging it into a new merge. Okay. Now, I could stop right here and go, okay, I want to just send these three. Okay, let's see if they're done. Okay, they're all enhanced, and you can close that toggle button, open this one. Let's take a look. It said 5 best affordable e-bike brands and models, top 5 wallet-friendly e-bike brands and mobile models worth your investment. I don't think this is very good. I don't really like that one. So just keep that in mind. We're going to rewrite that. Okay. Come down here to enhanced. And this is 13 key environmental benefits of e-bikes. And I'll just look at this. Okay. Our new title is Unveiling 13 Incredible Advantages of Opting for E-bikes for the Environment. Okay. I don't really care for that one either. I'm going to leave the outline focus there. I'm going to uncheck this. I want to just rewrite those titles. So how do I do it? I'm still checked. Come down here to the bottom. And let's just rewrite in the style of a copywriter. And let's put in here John Benson. He's a good copywriter. Okay. I'm not going to rewrite the subheadings because they're already done. They look nice. Now, if I had left it, it would change it slightly based on the new title that we're generating. So let's go back up here, and we're waiting. You see it reset the status here for us. Enhanced, very quick. Okay. So let's take a look at what a copywriter would do for the title. Unveiling Top Value, your guide to the top 5 e-bike brands and models without breaking the bank. Okay. That sounds pretty decent. You know, which one's better? I kind of like this, but I don't like the word unveiling. So maybe I'll rewrite it again with AI. And let's take a look at this one. Unveiling. It used the word unveiling again. The eco-friendly superpowers of eco. The 13 unexpected environmental advantages. Yeah, that might work. Okay. So we've got outline focus, we got merged, and now how do you get them into Bulk Rider? We get 2 different ways. Is you can come down here and let's just say I just want to send the 3 new enhanced. Okay. So I'm going to check those. Now I could come down here and I'm going to copy selected prompts, or I could just say any of them that you've enhanced, copy them. I just want the enhanced ones here, or I just want to do selected. Now I could come in down here and say, okay, I want to do original these. Okay. So I would come down here and hit copy. Oops. Copy selected prompts. Now I could delete them if I just don't. I've got 90 of them, so I could throw away a few of them without hurting anything. Copy selected prompts. Okay. Now I would go over here to Zim Rider, and you'll get to see how I'm doing this. I'm going to go Bulk Rider. I put these 6 in there by hitting Control V, and you'll notice that the ones that you rewrote,
Can't see that page.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. So Here's the ones we rewrote. They're a lot longer than the original ones. Okay. Now, you could just rewrite titles if you want and leave the outline focus, or you could just rewrite the outline focus and leave the titles. We have blank fields for each of them. Or you don't even have to do either. You could do this just to do selection and sorting. Okay. So I'm going to do, this is typically how I write mine. Everybody goes, well, how do you do this? I'm showing you exactly how I would write these. I'm going to do the voice. This is a bike cycling blog that I write in first person. Some of my blog sites are written in second person. Some are written in first, and some are very professional. I've got some keyword and SEO blogs. I write in this format. But in cycling, I'm going to write in first person. Okay. Enable literary devices, enable lists. I skip tables, and I'm going to skip mid-journey. I don't need a mid-journey for every H2. This just costs me money. I mean, it's probably 10, 15 cents worth of edit and the final results, but I don't need it. Okay. Enable T's, yes. Enable H3s, yes. I'm going to skip key takeaways. I'm going to use auto style, automatic keywords, disable conclusion, audience personality. These are maybe explorers. Okay. And I'm going to run, you can run 3.5 or 4. I'm going to run 4. For this demonstration, I'll just run 3.5. You will get a better quality with GPT-4 with these expanded outline focuses than you will with 3.5. However, this is fast and it's dirt cheap. I mean, these 6 articles will probably cost me 20 cents or 30 cents total. Whereas if I'm using GPT-4, they're probably going to be about 50 cents each. So 6 times 50, that'd be $3. So anyway, this is what I'm going to start with. Now, I do have a custom prompt I could use inside of here. So I'm going to use this. This is the one that I've shared with everybody inside of Zim Rider. And I'm going to use it for human rewriter. I'm going to use a GPT-4 model to rewrite.
Can't see that.
Okay, thanks.
There.
Okay. Back here, I click that, and it brought up a screen, off screen. Okay, I'm going to bring up this. This is the only prompt I have saved in the database. You can put 50 of them in here. And this is human rewriter. And I'm going to use GPT-4 to rewrite. Okay. Now, once you're done, it'll turn green right there. I'm ready to start. I will hit start bulk rewriter. And I get a confirmation screen. I confirm I want to proceed. And then the final is okay. Tells me where it's going to save it. Okay. So it's off working. And everything's good to go. It said, I feel like the titles are too long. It's your call. I'll show you the other way that you can do this. Okay. You're on Keyword Masher. You've got your topical authority. You've edited some. You've got some custom prompts in there. You got some new merge fields that are enhanced. Now I'm going to go back to the table. Okay. Ebikes. I can export this back to a CSV. So what we do is we basically copy everything back in that CSV that you gave us, and we add, I think, 3 or 4 more columns to it. So now you have a new CSV that has the original content, the enhanced content, and then we merge the title prompts. So you could copy all of them in that one row if you wanted. So it looks like it's still working on export. If I can bring that up once it's finished.
Doesn't normally take that long.
Let's see. Where does it save it? Oh, okay. There we go. So here's the new spreadsheet. And I'm going to do this. Go back over here, format, autofit column width. So we haven't changed anything up to this merge field. Outside of we we've resorted it. So there's the outline. There's the original merge right there. Here is our new blog post titles that we created, those 3 enhanced, okay? And here's the new outline focus, okay? Come over here, and we have, if you just wanted to pull the new merge, you could take those 3 and then put it into Bulk Writer. Or if you're like us, is you go, I like some of the original and then I like some of the merge. So I'm just going to take this and go down and copy all 90 of them. Control C, go over to my Bulk Writer and paste them all in. So you can have a combined original title prompts in the merged. And if you redid any of them, they would be in new merged. So this new column out here, if you wanted to just do everything all at once, it's going to, if you have any new title prompts merged, it's going to put them in here. If you don't, it's going to pull the original over. So it does give you the ability to just select everything all at once and toss it in. Okay. So the advantage of pulling it back into a spreadsheet is you could, if you decide, well, I didn't really like that new merge, that new title, that new merge, you can change it right here. You could even go back and copy the original and put it back in here if you wanted to do that. So it's up to you how you do this. This is your spreadsheet. You do whatever you want with it. But this does give you the flexibility of running it through Keyword Masher, changing the ones that you want, deleting the ones that you want, and then sorting them, or random sort. So you're randomizing them. Then you can either kick it back to a spreadsheet, or while you're in here on ebikes, you could select them all right here and go, I've got all of them selected, and I'm going to copy all selected prompts, and you can paste them straight into Bulk Writer from here. So you could do all the work in here and paste it into Bulk Writer, or you could kick it back out to a spreadsheet and then manipulate it even further if you wanted. So we're giving you the ability to delete the ones you don't want, shuffle them, and enhance them with copywriter titles, SEO titles, and then to give you actual subheadings and keywords for the outline focus to write your article with. So any questions at this point? And you kind of have to play with this. And here's the beauty. If you have a really long, like 800 articles, like I was doing earlier in the week, you could select that page and then it would come down here and they'd stay selected and it would be 8 pages. I could select 3 pages if I wanted and then copy selected prompts and then paste them into Zimmwriter. Or I could copy all the enhanced. They don't even have to be selected. Okay. Wayne, any questions?
Yeah, we got a question. It's, well, I'll read it and then I'll explain that we don't need to do what you've asked. It would be cool if you would make a field with a formula of the title and the outline. So it will automatically update if you change the title. Or maybe if you wanted to add or change some keywords or something. If you only change the title, then we will make a merge based on the new title and the original outline focus. If you only change the outline focus, then the same applies. We will create the merge with the original title and the new outline focus. And if you change both, obviously we'll use both. So whatever you do in Keyword Masher, the data is always ready for you to fire it across, regardless of whether you've changed the title or the outline focus.
Yep. And, this is Geek Out Friday, so let's get a little geeky here. Here's the title, here's the outline focus. If you want to rebuild this, I'm just going to delete these 3 here. So I deleted them. There's really nothing in here. It's an overlap from that column. So I would take an equal sign and come over and go, I want column I, so that's I. And then you add an ampersand, and then you put in column J2. But instead of that, I wanted the old outline focus, so I would go, let's go original outline focus. Okay. So that's how you can combine them. It's really easy with having it in a spreadsheet. This makes your new formula right here. And if you like that, then you could just copy that all the way down if you wanted and say, okay, I'm going to use the rewritten titles, or I'm going to use the original titles with the new outline focus. It's just how you want to build the formula. So that's why we give you the advantage of taking it back into a spreadsheet and then working with it from there. Yeah, we're not going to put the formulas back in a CSV because it's not going to work. It is a CSV file, not a spreadsheet, but when you bring it in into Excel, you can make it into a spreadsheet for you. Okay, so real easy to manipulate the formula. Okay, any other questions?
Well, and we can always add. Obviously, we're going to add more prompts. So if anybody, if that's the kind of thing you want, then we can create a prompt that will create short, snappy titles based on all the other clever stuff that we put in there.
Yep. And a lot of it too is whenever you choose your style, the style that you choose for your rewrite does have influence on what the title does. So Ogilvy is more magazine headlines. John Benson is more online marketing materials. Dan Kennedy is stories. Jay Abraham, very, very short and to the point, sells headings. So if you know these authors well enough, is use Jay Abraham if you want short and snappy. Or in this case right over here, I just gave you suggestions here, but use Jay Abraham right here. He's going to give you a very short, snappy headline, but it's going to be SEO focused. Okay. So these are just suggestions just to fill in the prompt box. So play with the style to get the ones that you kind of like. Now, you may want to use a style of Neil Patel for your keyword website. But if you have one about cooking, well, you may want to use the style of Gordon Ramsay. So put Gordon Ramsay right here and rewrite title and short SEO headline. And let's just, of course, this is, I don't know if it's a fair representation. Let's see, we'll give it 2. Guide to durable e-bikes, why opt. It's probably, let's be a curious one here. I'm going to do Gordon Ramsay. And I'm just going to turn this one off and execute. So we kind of made it fun for you to just play around with it. Is if you've got a cooking site, write it in the style of Gordon Ramsay, not Dan Kennedy or John Benson. Does that make sense? Michael asked a great question. Can we get a list of authors and their styles? There's a trick to it. And one is if you know certain authors, you kind of know their style, their short headlines. Dan Kennedy, he's a storyteller. John Benson is he's an online marketer. Jay Abraham grew up writing direct mail pieces. So same with David Ogilvy. So I know their copywriting styles, but if you don't know the style, in fact, let's go up before we get out of this. Since we're getting geeky here, let's see what Gordon Ramsay wrote about this. Refresh, what should be done? And drop down and mastering the art of sustaining your e-bike battery and charging choices. Not great. If it was food or cooking related, you would get a lot better title. Why choose affordable extras for an e-bike performance that sizzles? So he's trying to grill an e-bike. So you can kind of see an influence from Gordon Ramsay in there. But this is a great question. If I'm wanting to find influencers. So I'm going to do online e-bike journalists and influencers. Top 7 e-bike influencers in the world today. Okay. Micah Toll is the hottest name in the moment, doing amazing work on his YouTube channel. You can check that out here. Another person has spent a lot personal time promoting, educated about e-bikes. Okay, so I would take Pete Priebus. Come up here to chat. I'm assuming everybody has chat here. Sorry about that, guys. Give me the writing style. Priebus. Okay, he's not public domain. He's probably very current. So let's go in here and just change that up. Since we're talking about Gordon Ramsay. So I'm going to help it out a little bit. Define his writing style for cooking blogs. He's blunt, straightforward, and highly informative. Okay. So that's what your blog is going to come out to be if you're using the style of Gordon Ramsay. So to answer your question, Michael, is an influencer does not equal good writers. That is absolutely the truth. Okay. But the terminology influencers could be journalists, could be novelists, it could be writers, or it could be people doing TikTok videos. So it's how you ask the question up here, and then using your common sense he's the hottest name on YouTube channels. So that's telling me he doesn't have a lot of probably written content that chat has looked at. He's the founder of electricbikereview.com. This is a review site with a lot of blogs, a lot of content out there. So maybe I need to find out the style of Court Wright or use Court Wright as the style of on SEO. So this is how I find is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But I do this anytime I'm looking for maybe top survivalist writers. So this is I just use Google search to find my influencers. Yeah. And I like them to write articles because articles can be read. Sometimes books, unless they're Kindle books, they may not be in the common body knowledge of OpenAI. Okay. I know articles, online articles, they're in public domain, so those will be read up through January 2022. But you'll find that most authors that are writing books, they start by writing short articles and blog posts and Reddits and everything else. So, look for journalists, look for writers, influencers is kind of my last, but I like celebrities. Celebrity Mike Rowe, he is a great author and TV star that writes in very simple language. He writes articles, he does Facebook posts, but he also has Dirty Jobs and the where they catch crabs, Deadly Catch. So he was the narrator on that. So I like to use very famous people that have a lot of content in the general body of knowledge on the internet. Okay. Wayne, any other questions?
There's one about cost. Do we know how much it costs? Zimmwriter gives you an estimate of what it costs when it produces articles.
Yeah, let's look at cost real quick because everybody's always asking us about that. Let's see. I'll pull up a spreadsheet. Okay, so that e-bike if we're looking start to finish, we ran 90 articles, estimated cost, topical authority. We started out in topical authority. We spent 40 cents over here. Okay. Now we go over and we modify just a few of them. So I'm back in keyword AI master. I can come over here and go estimated OpenAI cost. Okay. Topical authority. There's 2 cents, 2 cents. You can see everything that we just did. 1142. So, yeah, I mean, we're spending pennies to do rewrites on Topical Authority. So adding all that up, we started at 40 cents. Now we're at probably another 12 cents. So we're up to 52 cents. Now the real cost comes back in on our, let's see if I can pull up some of the articles that are being generated right now. Okay, this is the first article generated from the bulk writer, 65 cents. So if we've got 6 of them being generated, it's probably $3.60. So, you know, we started with 3.5 turbo, but I've got that custom prompt running at GPT-4. So it's whatever your comfort level is. Don't use a custom prompt if you want to just create penny articles. If you want articles that are better, use your custom prompt or start out by writing in GPT-4. So there's companies out there that are agencies writing to get paid by their clients that have been spending hundreds of dollars per article, and they're not complaining about $1.50 total for 3 articles. But there's some people out there that want to do it for pennies. We do it for pennies. If I'm doing 800 articles on healthy living, I'm not going to run a custom prompt on it. I'm just going to run 3.5 turbo with all our modified prompts, our enhanced prompts. I'm going to run 800 on healthy living. So my cost to enhance the title prompts is a lot cheaper than writing articles in GPT-4. So those 800 articles modified may have cost me $2. Those title prompts. I send those 800 prompts over to bulk writer and write them in 3.5, but I don't use a custom prompt. So now I've got really good title prompts being written with GPT 3.5, and they're all running about 6 to 10 cents each. So if they're 10 cents at the most, and they're writing a 2,000 word article, and I've got 800, it's cost me what, $80 to do 800 articles, whereas in the past it would cost 8,000 at their $100 an article. So, be realistic about what you're doing. It does have a cost factor with it, but when you're paying pennies a page, it's really ridiculously cheap to do a really good job of writing articles. Okay. Any other questions?
Doesn't Google like short, snappy titles over long, detailed titles?
That's your test. We'll leave it up to you to test. Our experience is if you make it on the SERPs, or when you make it on the SERPs, Google is looking at how many people are clicking into your article on the SERPs. How many people are reading the article? What the dwell time is? Are they sharing the article? A catchy title with a nice little thumbnail sometimes, whether it's long or short, if it gets their attention and gets the click, that's the win. Okay. It could be a really short, snappy title and not get any attention, but it could be written by Dan Kennedy or David Ogilvy, and they go, oh, that's an interesting title. And it slows people down and they click into it, and it's the same article, just different titles. So test, if anybody tells you the exact formula for writing a title, run away from them, because nobody knows the right formula. Google changes their algorithm so often, but it's not really based on Google. Google's going to give you a try on the first or second page as you index these pages, but it's your job as the writer of the blog to have a title that's going to get the click, whether it's short or long. We just want to get the click. I'm not really counting characters, but if somebody tells you to count characters, I don't think they're giving you the right information, or they may be giving you some dated information. Okay.
I think once you're in the SERPs, if you've got a long keyword title, you've got more chance of picking up more long tail keyword searches.
Very, very true. Yep. Any other questions before we move on?
No?
Okay.
I've added a prompt for a short and snappy title. And there was one question about, do we have to use a writer? You can put New York Times in that style box if you want.
Yeah.
And it will do it in the style of New York Times.
Yeah, that's a great question. Put your favorite blog in there that is, the number one blog, like Hootsuite or HubSpot or one of those that writes a lot of articles. That's a great question. Okay. We wrapped up the Keyword Master, showing you all the new features of the Topical Authority inside Keyword Master. Very, very excited about it. So let's see how we go from this using Topical Authority into a complete workflow, starting with one keyword and posting hundreds, if not thousands, of blog posts. Pretty easy to do if you have a strategy involved. So that's what I want to show you is we're going to get geeky now. At the end of this Geek Out session, I have an invitation to get in on the beta launch before we close it at the end of this month. We're going to be opening to the public in November. We won't have this available anymore. It's a lifetime deal to agency license. But if this is nothing you're interested in, then probably this would be a good time to hop off the call here. But if you want to follow along with our workflow, let me show you how it's done. So first, we're going to start with niche research. And using your favorite keyword tools, we're going to find some main topics to talk about. And then we're going to put it into the Topical Authority. Once it's in the Topical Authority, we'll create 100, 200 title prompts with the Topical Authority, and then we're going to import it into AI Master, just like we shown earlier in the call. We're going to import it. We're going to enhance the titles, enhance the outline focus, and now it's ready to go into Bulk Writer. So I showed you how we started it with Bulk Writer with some ebike articles, and we posted them into the Bulk Writer, and now they're done. So we've got 6 ebike articles ready to go and be published. Now, typically, I'm not going to wait for 6. I'm going to wait till we have 100, 200 articles so we can do them all at one time, and we can drip feed them over the categories. But we're going to import it into AI Master, and we're going to do media enhancement along the way, and then we're going to do a one-click publish to WordPress. So let's start with, we've already had ebikes. We determined that's our broad concept. We built a Topical Authority map. I imported it, and I selected about 6 rows or 6 titles to redo. I took those 6 titles and I put them into Bulk Writer. And now we're ready to go from the output here into AI Master and then one-click publish. Here's one of the articles from Bulk Writer. We used 3.5 Turbo, and we used a custom prompt on it, so it cost us about 65 cents, and we got 2,000 words out of it, and it looks pretty good. How e-bikes are reducing air pollution in urban areas, a comprehensive study. Okay. We even have a mid-journey prompt we can build on, a meta description. Everything looks really nice. So now let's go in and upload these 6 articles. I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, we're going to import through the article publisher the e-bikes. I think we had 6 or 7 articles, and I'm creating articles right now with the Bulk Writer. So in total, we'll have 90 articles going over, but to keep the demos short, I'm just going to import about a dozen right now. I'm going to hit Import Articles, Zim Rider. We're going to put them in a group, e-bikes. Now, if you don't have a group yet, just go ahead and type it in here and hit Add Group, and then you'll see it in the drop-down. We'll remove the title. I don't want the title at the top of the content and in the header. So this just prevents it from duplicating. Skip this one. You don't need multiple articles. There's 1 article per file from Zimmwriter. I'm going to do Enhance Articles during the import. I'm going to use My Media. I created a media pack called eBikes. And I'm going to skip mid-journey at this time. I'm going to do a media pack for the featured image, and I'm going to do a media pack for extra images. So you could turn this off. You can do a media pack, or you can do a mid-journey. And mid-journeys always apply towards your mid-journey credits. And to activate it, you would have to turn that on and then give it a place to save the mid-journey images. You could save them back in your media pack here, or you can create one just for mid-journeys. So I'm not going to do mid-journeys right now. I'm going to just use my media pack, and I'm going to add a video. Okay. Now I'm going to choose the images, or choose the videos, and come down here. And I've probably got about 15 of them by now. Got 12. Hit import. Okay, they've been imported. Now, if you want to take a look at them before you publish them, we have a full HTML editor. You can look at them. I'll go into my articles. Notice there's the group. That's why I put them into groups. And let's just take a look at this one. You can click these little links here, and it will bring up the HTML version. So there's the featured image. This is how e-bikes are reducing air pollution in urban areas. This is great. Nice images in there. A couple of bullet points. Benefits for city dwellers. How e-bikes reduce carbon emissions. Very, very nice. And we get down to the very bottom. Should be some e-bikes. E-bikes have a big secret. So really nice, very easy to read with these images in the content. Okay. So they're good to go. I'm going to come all the way down to the bottom. And it looks like everything's okay. Now, at this point, I could summarize this article. I could even add a voiceover if I wanted to at this point. I could switch out media packs if I wanted to change out media packs. I could change the group. I could send it to an RSS master campaign. But I don't want to do any of that. I just want to go back here to Article Publisher, My Articles, and I'm going to choose all e-bikes. So I'm just going to say e-bike. Okay. Select them all. Got them all selected. Now here's the easy part. I'm going to go over to my website. This is the one-click option here. I'm going to click the website I want, push, pull, pedal, crank, and I'm going to put it into gear and accessories. And I'm going to put it out to 1 per day. And I'll hit post. Now, if I was sending it to master sites, it's the same thing. Choose the site, choose the category, and choose your scheduled delay. Now, we also have random in here if you want to do random. If you want to do like 3 of them in one category and 3 in another, you would just select the ones you want to go in one category, execute, hit the post, and then unselect. Okay, so all these are set to post. This one will post soon, and then this gives you the date of the post. Now, if you want to, you can come back in here and say, I want to do all of these 4 here, but I'm going to push those out to every 7 days. Okay, so it will start a new cycle, but then all the other ones will go every 7 days. Okay, so let's take a look at what the first one looked like. Understanding and solving the most frequent e-bike glitches, a comprehensive guide. Nice title, nice image right there. Understanding bike issues, recognizing common problems, battery not charging, motor not engaging, brakes not functioning. That's kind of important. Battery problems, tackling motor issues. Very nice article. There's our frequently asked questions. There's our video. And this is Vincent Terry. He's the author of the site. He's a cycling enthusiast and my guest blogger. So this looks really nice, ready to go. Now I have this, just for people wondering what theme I have, I'm using the Hello theme. And the reason is it's built for Elementor, and I'm going to put some web theme kits in front to do e-bike sales and e-bike rentals. So I'm not going to actually do the e-bike rentals. I'm going to sell the lead on the e-bike rentals. But this is a nice little article ready to go. It looks good. It's about 2,000 words long. So that's how easy it is using AI Masher. All these are all scheduled to post with images, with videos, and in the category I chose. Okay. So let's go back and just kind of wrap up here. We got a little geeky and went a little over on time. So we did the niche research, topical authority. We enhanced the topical authority inside Keyword Masher, kicked out, or we copied and pasted in the bulk writer. Once the bulk writer finished, we imported the articles, enhanced them real quick on the import, and did a one-click publish. Very easy to do. Anybody can do this. So if you're interested, this is a very limited time offer. We are closing it on October 31st. It is for the beta offer. It includes the agency package. So it's everything that we're going to be selling in the suite, the entire package. It's a lifetime deal, but we won't be selling a lifetime deal when we go public. We'll have very affordable monthly packages and annual packages. Okay. But if you act before the 31st, this is an add-on feature, and it's 200 mid journeys. We're selling them at $20 per month, but we generate your mid journey images for you. Now, you can get this absolutely free if you get the bonus. And we have a sandbox, where the sandbox are prompts that we're testing for future products. So you'll be able to see everything that we're doing in the future inside the sandbox. And some of these prompts are really good that you might be writing articles or you're doing research with the sandbox tools that we have in there. This is yours absolutely free. We're going to sell this as a separate product down the road. So you can get all this for a one-time price and take advantage of it before the 31st. Okay. So thank you. So let's go build some blogs, and hopefully you'll take action. The only way you get the blogs made is you got to take that first step. Follow our workflow, get your 800 articles or 200 articles or 30 articles built, and push them into a WordPress site. See what it looks like and just keep on doing it. Rinse and repeat. So we'll see you on another video. Thanks for joining us today. Bye-bye.